it's beautiful. Who would wield it?
Only the fiercest among us even could.
Today's review will be on the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Wonder Woman the movie figure of Wonder Woman's mother. Yep, it's Queen Hippolyta. And don't ask me how I used to pronounce that when I would read the comics. I think it was Hippolyta. I don't know how I said it, but back then it was bad. And then right here is a really cool picture of Connie Nielsen, and I really thought that that was Kim Basinger. And then when you read, like, who was up for the role, it was Kim Basinger. Holy crap, man. So, yeah, I mean, Connie Nielsen looks a lot like Kim Basinger, and one of the movies she was in the past was Gladiator, which I'm sure everyone has seen. That is an awesome movie. And another movie that she was in that I highly recommend is the movie Basic, starring John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. And if you look right there, Connie Nielsen. And you know what? I love this movie. I thought it was really, really good. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But here she is in costume, looking very, very pretty indeed. And you know what? If you pay attention to that trailer, she's got some guns on her arms, man. She is big. She's got some muscles on her, and she obviously worked out for this role, and that is awesome. Over here, you'll see that she has her cool She-Ra sword right there, looking very awesome indeed. Over here, you'll see, what is that? I don't know. What is that? Ah, I see now. It's a spear. I couldn't see the wooden part of the spear through the plastic. I could just see the tip, and I'm like, what is that, a wand? I couldn't figure it out. But you know what? That is awesome. And hidden inside there, you can't really see it, but she's got an arm and a leg of Ares as well. So, yep, he went up against her, and it cost him an arm and a leg. Okay, there's the front of the package. Let's look at the back of the package, shall we? So, here's the back of the package, looking exactly the same, except for that it has Queen Hippolyta up there, and then apparently her foreign name is Arena. Hello, Arena. But you know what? That is awesome. The back of the package looks exactly the same, and now I should have all the pieces to build Ares, and I cannot wait to see him. So let's look at the side of the package, shall we? So, I actually remembered to look at the side of the package, and here's the picture of her once more, and then down here you've got her blurb, and it says, Hippolyta is Queen of the Amazons and mother of the young Princess Diana, and that is awesome! Yeah, that's very cool indeed, and I bet she's gonna make a perfect mother of Wonder Woman, and I cannot wait to see this movie. Let's check out the front of the package. So, here's the front of the package for the very last time, and as I said in my last review, I've had these figures for like 4 weeks, so I cannot wait to open her. I say we open it! So, here's Queen Hippolyta fresh out of the package, and I have to say, this one has an excellent likeness. She is so pretty, and they did an amazing job on her head sculpt. That is so cool indeed. I think this one's probably one of the better detailed figures from this wave. It looks awesome indeed. And I think the only bit of reuse on this figure, I haven't really checked it out, is I think just her hands. Those are the same that Wonder Woman came with, I think. It looks like it anyways. It's just painted white instead of brown. But yeah, this figure looks awesome, and it's all new sculpt, and it looks very cool indeed. Let's check her out from behind, shall we? So, here's the figure from behind, and her hair looks a little bit like Daenerys, if you ask me, and that is pretty awesome indeed. You can see she's got a braid down the middle of it, and that looks so cool indeed. There's her arms, and she's wearing gauntlets as well, and they're a whole new sculpt, so none of that's the same as the Wonder Woman figure. And then she's got a lot of creases and wrinkles there in her robe or whatever she's wearing. It's more like a coat without sleeves, and that is cool indeed. Let's flip her back around, shall we? So, here's the figure from the front one more time, and I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan, and this figure looks like a character straight out of Masters of the Universe. Man, oh man, this is so cool indeed. Now, you're probably saying, hey, what did she come with? Well, she came with this She-Ra sword, as I called it, but if you look carefully at it, it almost looks more like Skeletor's sword. Oh, that's pretty cool. Just paint it purple, and you got a Skeletor sword. Over here, you've got her spear that I couldn't tell what it was, because I couldn't see the stick part of it inside the package, and she also came with the left leg of Ares and the right arm of Ares, which is weird how they broke that up, but that's still pretty cool indeed. So I say we waste no more time, and I say we look at her up close. What do you say? So, here we go with a super duper close-up look, and check out the detail on the front of her armor there. It's got little dings and nicks in it and stuff like that. You can see her little waist hip swivel right there. Very cool indeed. You got her belt down there. She's got a T on it, I guess, for Queen Hippolyta? Hippolyta. There we go. There's where the T is. And that's pretty awesome indeed. And then up here we've got some more armor right there. You can see she's actually got the eagle design or whatever, the bird design that Wonder Woman has. And that's cool that they put that in there. Very neat indeed. It's got little pock marks and stuff all across her armor. She's got like a furry colored coat right there. Like I said, with no sleeves. I love the way they did the fur. Very Squall from Leonhardt from Final Fantasy VIII, I believe. And that is awesome. And then there's her face. And you know what? Like I say, as DC Multiverse figures go, this is an awesome likeness, and I wish they all looked this good. I mean, if you look at her right there, it definitely looks like the girl from Basic. I mean, seriously, that is awesome. And they look like they painted her eyes straight this time, which is very cool indeed. She's got neutral colored lips, which look really good indeed. She's got her little tiara thing up there on her head too, which is very cool. It's probably a crown for her, and that's very cool indeed. It actually goes down around her ears. That is awesome. Turning her to the side, you can see the sculpt in her hair there. That looks so cool. I love the color they used for her hair. She's not really a blonde, more of a dirty blonde, as American Psycho says. And then right there, you've got her ear poking through. And yeah, I love the likeness on this head. And if you look carefully, it looks like they painted her eyebrows a little off, or maybe that's just a fault in the sculpt. I can't tell. Kind of looks like they painted her eyebrows off, but I don't mind because it still looks good. The eyebrows looked good to me before I saw that, and you can't see it with the naked eye, so it doesn't matter to me. You can see she's got like the higher collar of her armor there. Got some shoulder armor there. You can see her muscles, and then right here you can see that her gauntlets are totally different than Wonder Woman's, and that's pretty cool indeed. And then down here you've got her hands that are wrapped up, and I believe those are the only reuse, and that's pretty good for a Mattel figure. I mean, seriously, that is awesome. Turning her to the right side, you can see the armor there over her shoulder, and then down here you've got her other gauntlet on the right side. Very cool indeed. And then there's her other hand. Working our way down to her loincloth here, you can actually see the skin color of her thighs right there between the loincloth. Very cool, and very sexy, I might add. And then you've got some like chainmail or something, almost like snake skin down the front, and that is super long. It almost goes down to the floor. And then down there you've got her feet, which you can barely see, but it's an all-new sculpt of her shin armor and stuff like that, so that is awesome. So it's not like a reuse of legs or anything. That's pretty cool. It might be a reuse of the upper thigh, maybe, but from the Themyscira Diana figure, but you know what? That's awesome. And I love the little wrinkles in the cloak there. Now, looking at the figure from behind, you can see the curls in her hair right there, and she's got different shades of blonde and brown and stuff. Very awesome indeed. You got her braid right there, which is, you know, shaded, of course, so you can see the details in it. Very cool. I do wish that little piece right there was colored, but who cares? Maybe it's the same color. Her hairband or whatever could be the same color as her hair, for all we know. And then down here, you've got the rest of her robe. It's kind of plain, but as you can see, it's got some detail work there in there, so it's not like just smooth and fake looking. Very cool indeed. And like I said, those look like real creases. That is awesome. Oh, and just like the Diana of Themyscira figure, you can see that she actually has foot peg holes, and that is awesome. Now, looking at the detail of her sword, you can see right there, it almost looks like it's braided or something. It looks like that would hurt to hold. And then right here, you've got like the ram horns from the Skeletor sword part. That's pretty cool, and I love how they painted the silver inside there. Very neat indeed. It actually looks like it's shiny, and that is cool. Moving on to the spear tip, you can actually see that it's got some really cool designs. You can actually put that with your Constantine action figure. If you have a Constantine Keanu Reeves running around, you can make him hold that. And then the stick part of it is just plain brown, but hey, whatever. It's all the details in this part. And last up we have Ares' dirty old foot there. Oh man, look at those toes. And yeah, this looks cool. He looks ashen and stuff. Very neat indeed. And you know what? We'll get more into this in a minute because I still haven't put him together. See? Now, although I think that her little accessory should have been a younger version of Diana or whatever in little girl form, here she is standing alongside the grown-up version, and that is awesome. They look very cool together. And yeah, just looking at this figure over here and checking out the detail compared to this one, holy crap, they've got like paint applications and details galore on this one. That's pretty cool indeed. And you know what? That is awesome. Now, as for Ares' arm and leg, if you bought the other three figures from this wave, well, you got a bunch of pieces to put together, so I say we put them together. What do you say? So come on, Ares, pull yourself together, man. You gotta pull yourself together. So, here's Ares all put together, looking like the no-neck monster that he is, but man, oh man, is this awesome. And while putting them together, I noticed something. See how the tip of his sword is all red, like it's red hot? Yeah, look at the guard right there. It's the same way. That is so awesome indeed. Now, when you pop his legs together at the thighs, there's this satisfying click. Man, it goes together super sturdy. But putting his shoulders inside underneath that armor, it's not really the easiest thing to do, man, because it's hard to push them in, and they just got to snap into place, and man, oh man. And I do wish he had a bit more of a neck, because that looks kind of funny, but, you know, it's probably just because that helmet is so big and the way the jawbones hang down in the front. But, yeah, this is so cool indeed. So I say we waste no time and look at him up close. What do you say? So, here we go with a super duper close-up look, and here's the little strap that goes across his chest right there. It almost looks like he's got some skeleton keys or something hanging off the front of them. I don't know what those are supposed to be, but it sure looks like keys to me. That is pretty cool indeed. It goes up to his shoulder pad there, and you can see the big old jawbone right there. Now, you're not going to be able to see his face through there, I don't think. I mean, maybe if you squint a little right there, you can see his eyes are painted white, and you can see his nose and stuff, and that is awesome. You can't really see his mouth. It's really dark in there, man, but at least they painted his eyes, and that is so cool indeed. I love the teeth of the jawbones there. I do wish this opened up kind of Predator style, where you could open his jawbones up to see his face a little bit better, but who knows, maybe he doesn't do that in the movie. And then right here, you've got his Glenn Danzig skull thing right here on the top part of his head, and that's pretty awesome. He's got the horns right here, looking, again, like I say, like a Danzig skull. Very awesome. Turning the figure to the side, you can actually see a little eye right there. Very cool indeed. Not really an eye, more like an eye hole. You've got the jawbone right there. You can see his nose and profile inside there. Looking very awesome indeed. The back of the helmet is very cool. It almost looks like a crab, crustacean kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Segmented back or something. Very cool. And then down here you've got his shoulder pad, which is all cracked and stuff like that. Very awesome. Working our way down his arm, it looks like his entire body is made up of that cracked kind of material. He's got some big old chunky gauntlets, which are all cracked again. And then down here you've got his hand, which doesn't look like he's wearing a glove at all. Just like his feet, they're bare. And that's pretty cool. You've got the twisted up handle there, which is another sword that would be hard to hold. Man, that sucks. I mean, I've played with like bars that are shaped like that before, and it hurts your hand. You'll notice that his sword is named China after the WWF wrestler. Very cool indeed. And then you've got the blade. I love how it fades to the red. Oh, man, they did a good job there. And like I said, on the handle here, you can actually see the tips of it right there are red too. And it looks really good. It looks like it's red hot. And that is awesome. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to be red hot or bloody or what, but I'm assuming it's red hot. I almost wish he had like that color in all the cracks of his armor and like where his muscles are and stuff like that, like he's glowing like red hot on the inside. But then again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what he's going to be like in the movie. But he looks pretty cool in figure form, and I think that is awesome. Here's his other hand here, which is black. It's kind of like ashy black or whatever. It's got like gray over it, but yeah, you can't really make out any of the details because it's really, really dark. Here's his crotch piece, the little loincloth that hangs down. It's kind of got a metallic kind of hint to it. His whole armor does. I mean, it's not really coming across. Right there, you can see that it's shiny, and that's pretty cool. But he's kind of got it like a metallic blue on his armor. Very cool indeed. Turning him around, you can see the back of his legs are wrapped up right there. Very neat. And it goes down to his shin guards right there. And then he's got these bare feet right there. And they even sculpted like toenails and stuff. He's got veins in his feet. Very cool indeed. Yeah. This is pretty cool, and you know what, if you get all the other, 4 figures, if you get all 4 figures, you get this figure anyway, so it's really cool because it's really big, and, by far the biggest figure of the line, and that is so cool indeed, and probably the big bad of the movie, and that is awesome. So, in case you're curious how this figure sizes up with the rest of the figures from this line, check it out. He stands head and shoulders above the others. Man, oh man, that is awesome. He looks good. And honestly, I kind of expected the Build-A-Figure to be even bigger than that, but I think that's a good size to go with this, line. I mean, it looks really cool. Now, we don't know how big he is in the movie. I'm assuming he's not as big as the Lego figure makes him look, and I hope he doesn't grow that big. But, with movies these days, they always have to make the big bad guy grow, kind of like Rita Repulsa makes him grow or something there at the end. But who knows? He looks really awesome. And you know what? Out of all of these figures, I don't regret getting any of them. This is a good wave to get. So, that draws a conclusion to my reviews for the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Wonder Woman the movie figures of Queen Hippolyta and Ares, the Collect and Connect figure. And you know what? Like I said, this is an awesome wave, and I love the color scheme of all these figures together. It looks really cool and actually captures the look of the movie very, very well. So, I hope you like this review of all 4 of these different Wonder Woman figures. I highly recommend them, so if you can find them, go get them. And until next time, tune in for more reviews. Come on, felzbug, come on. No, seriously, I can't be the only one who pronounced it Hippolyta. I mean, seriously, I can't be the only idiot out there, can I?
Hey, this is Nolan North. You don't want to miss full reviews. And I'm out.